Welcome to Latte with Lynda, live in the kitchen. I thought I would actually show you how I do my chocolate almond milk. Now, this could all go horribly wrong. Just this pose, this is called a row pose. Row is my friend Matt's dog, gorgeous bulldog. He doesn't take any prisoners. He's not easily impressed, and you'll know if he's not impressed by you. And he has a pose. Literally a very regal pose with one arm resting on the armchair, on the arm of the sofa. Anyway, back to this. So ingredients. So as you can see, I've got my milky plant, and I only fill it to minimum. The reason I don't fill it any more than that is because it will overflow. It will overflow anyway, as you've seen on a previous video. So this is the secret. And so you will see, I have many glass jugs. This one doesn't work. This is a Pyrex jug, and it's just shaped slightly differently so I can put it in and keep my eye on it. So here we go. Nuts, just throwing them in. When I say a handful, I'm probably lying, and this is probably why it overflows. Just put a few more in there. So nuts. This is, these are dates, so there's one there. And then I'm going to split one in half because I don't want a full one. Just going to put a little bit of one there. Then a little bit of salt. Just move across here because I forgot the salt. And it's a pinch of salt. So I'm using this thing. This is something for making sourdough in a bread maker. And it's a tiny, tiny little spoon. And that is how much salt I'm using. So it's teeny. It literally is a what do they call it? A pinch of salt. So let's see what else. Putting the wrong lid on. So that is roasted almonds. Roast them, cool them. I did a batch and then they stay in the jar, so that makes it easier to do. Oh, here's what I made earlier. Ah, yes. So this is what happened the other day. I forgot the actual ingredient. Cacao. Organic roasted cacao. Here we go. So I'm not going to use too much. So if I was normally making it, if I was making it in the Vitamix, I would use loads. I'd have 1 litre to about 4 heap spoons of these in a little dash. So I'm going to use about half a little cup thing. So that goes in there. So what I discovered was if the sensors in here get covered, you get an error code. It's called an E3, and it means the sensors can't sense, they can't do their job. Right, so everything is in now. Now we're going to put the lid on, connect it all up. There we go, so you see it's already on. So that is ready. So now I'm going to put this jug here. Now it will wobble, so you've got to keep your eyes on it. I've had incidents where, when I've used previous jugs, where they've fallen over like that, so that's not very good, is it? So here we are. Water's in. Cacao. Pinch of salt. Dates as the sugar option, and the almonds. So here we go. So I'm going to press and hold. There we are. So that means it's on. Press, hold. There we go. So now we're starting. So it's going to get very noisy, everybody. So I'm going to shout. I'm back from Manchester. Do you know what? My voice still feels a bit kind of like... I didn't talk enough, I think. That's what it is. And so it was I arrived on Thursday. I like to step into a little bit of abundance. So the event was one day on Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then we had dinner. So I like to arrive the day before. So I arrived at 1 o'clock the day before. Oh, I've got an error code. Oh, this is great, isn't it? What's happened here? Right, I've no idea. So this is wonderful, isn't it? Error code. Stop that. Turn that off. It's an E1. Whatever that means. I have no idea. What have I forgotten? Oh, I know what I've done. So this is very good. I'll come back to the Manchester story. So I put the water in, but I haven't pressed and locked the container. So now the container is locked in. So E1 means container's not locked in. E3 means the sensors are covered. E2, don't know. Right, okay, let's start again. Here we go. On action stations. Oh, this is marvellous. Live TV, eh? Anyway, so, no idea what I was saying. So let's go back. Yeah, so in-person day with my coach Claire McPherson on Friday. I like to arrive the day before. I don't want all the stress of going on the day and issues with the trains or issues here, there and everywhere, and, you know, just getting into a flap and a fluster and not being able to enjoy the day. It's a bit like, oh, crikey. See? Yeah, it's a bit like often when I teach the yoga class in particular, it starts at 6:45 a.m. and more often than not, there is an issue on transport or tubes, and people will arrive a little bit after, so I've already started the class, or they're running as I'm closing the door. So they start the class in a state of anxiety. So I always say to them to catch their breath. You know, just don't worry, don't rush in, just catch your breath, deepen your inhales and your exhales and all of that. Otherwise, what happens is it just sets you into a state of anxiety for the entire class, and you know, you're always trying to catch your breath, you can never quite catch up. So that's why I like to go the day before. So I booked into the hotel. Now, last time I booked in, I got into my room straight away. Now it sounds like I'm shouting. This time, I had to wait. Imagine. So I was quite upset because, you know, paid a little bit more for a little bit of luxury, and I had to wait. So anyway, it was nice that I met one of the women, and so I just went to her room and we talked for 2 hours. Or it seemed like 2 hours. We definitely talked and didn't draw breath. And then my room actually wasn't even ready on time. When I got downstairs, it was 3:10, and that's when it was ready. And they said, oh, sorry about the wait. It was a catalogue of issues. The room was freezing cold, and the guy came and they insisted that the room could not be heated beyond 22 degrees. There we are, can you see? They said the room couldn't be done beyond 22 degrees. Now, woman in the other room, friends in the other room, oh, I'm at 26, I'm at 27. So they insisted this particular room couldn't be heated anymore. Well, 22 degrees is fine for me. I mean, it would be too warm to have 22 degrees here. It's like the tropics. But Manchester, Malmaison, Piccadilly, 22 is like, well, it's like -5. So they gave me an extra duvet. So that was one thing solved. Then the next thing was the blackout blinds, or the blackout curtains. The curtains were fantastic, but there was a gap between the curtains and the windows, so that gap shone into the mirror, or reflected into the mirror. So it was just like light being reflected at me. On top of that, there was a mirror, light reflected into a mirror. We're done, you see. So here we are. There's the cacao milk. Yes, I'll talk and take action. So light from the gap between the curtain and the window, and it was a big gap, it was about that big, was reflecting into the mirror, so the room was lit up. On top of that, there was another little fancy mirror with a light on it, which was very nice, and there's a round button, and I pressed and pressed and pressed, and I could not switch off. The lights would switch off, but the button still was illuminated. So I got some tape and some card, and I covered it over, and do you know what? It reflected out. So it was a Rocky Horror Show. So they did offer me another room that night on the Friday, and I looked at it and I thought, well, this is cold as well. I mean, if you can't heat it beyond 22, then there's no point. I mean, Manchester 22, -2, I'm saying, -5. So then the next day I went down and I said, I told them about the light and all of that, and they gave me a new room. This room was when I got in, it was warm. Thing is, the heating went off in the night, so warmer. So I ended up sleeping in my dressing gown. And then when I went downstairs and I explained about that little button, she said, "Oh, you need to press and hold it and it will go off completely." Nobody had mentioned that. So next time I'm there, at least I know what to ask for. So that was it. So here we are, whole roasted. So the almonds are whole roasted. I think I put them back in the cupboard. And it only takes about 10 minutes to roast the almonds. And then let them cool. Handful. I had a couple of handfuls in there, but don't tell anybody. That's probably why it kind of overflows a bit. Into here. Make sure that you fill it to minimum, and then press that white thing at the back. So lock in the water container, and then you're free to go. So I don't know how long that took. Only took a few minutes. So here we go. You can tell. I always used to do pretend cookery programs on the TV. You can't even see it, can you? It's like I'm pouring into something into the distance. Let's see. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the freezer. And I'm going to leave it there. See if I can get all of that in. I want to get all of that chocolate in there. That's the thing. Right. Into the freezer. And then it'll be nice and cool for when I leave. So, Inferno Hot Pilates, 10:30 a.m. at the Yoga Quarter with Lynda. There is no place like Lynda's Inferno. So what you do is you click your heels. It's called a Hollow Dorothy. No place like Lynda's Inferno. And you're going to work your abdominal muscles like you have never known. That's it from me. Thank you for joining me. So Latte with Lynda, live in the kitchen. Whole roasted chocolate almond milk. Thank you very much. Soul Tribe, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, I get you, I've got you. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.